If you're looking for what I consider to be an exemplar of the university's mission, I don't think you can find a better, more inspiring story than the story of ICI.
For 30 years, the University of Minnesota's Institute on Community Integration has advanced the ideal of full inclusion for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. At a time when most universities had a medical orientation toward disability, ICI's focus was informed by the civil rights and disability rights movements. This direction attracted many energetic, creative people who were and remain committed to making the world a better place for all people.
It has the synergy of many, many researchers who have different skills and expertise, all looking at the question of how do we help support people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to have the best lives they possibly can.
That, along with a pretty infectious mission, has really allowed this place to develop a cadre of truly exceptional young people who grow into maturity working in this center.
ICI is a place where research, education, and a commitment to the public good come together. Work is conducted across 5 primary areas of focus: early intervention, transition, educational systems improvement, educational assessment and intervention, and community living.
We're helping the back-end staff understand what they need to do to provide a better quality of life and to get a good education.
It's hard for me to think of an issue that matters nationally that ICI hasn't shown a leadership role and really been on the cutting edge of and really helping to lift up issues that the rest of the country's not paying enough attention to.
I grew up with an older brother with a significant intellectual and developmental disability. It's through that lens that I begin to see the positive elements of change.
One of the biggest keys to ICI's work over the last 30 years and the growth of our work and the building of a very strong national reputation is that central to all of our work is partnership.
What you get, I think, from ICI is bringing together perspectives from many different arenas and disciplines and people with disabilities and family members and policymakers to look at what does community inclusion mean as a whole.
We have to teach society that just because we have an adaptive way of being successful doesn't mean we can't be successful. It just means we have a different approach to succeeding.
I would just like to see people's attitudes continue to evolve so that when you tell someone that you work, they don't act as if that's the most amazing thing that they've ever heard.
You guys were always trying to find a way to help ordinary families understand the choices that were in front of us. And that makes all the difference.
One of the things that appealed to me coming here was sort of the combination of doing research and training and working in the community and making an impact, doing challenging work.
30 years ago, we would not have imagined that we were having conversations about people with IDD going to college and making the kinds of contributions that people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are making.
Keeping clear on a mission over 30 years has probably been as instrumental as anything to furthering the work we do. There is not a person in ICI that is not clear on what this place is about.
Continual advances in community services and supports, person-centered approaches, and the growth of organized advocacy by and for people with disabilities have taken us a long way. But innovation, collaboration, and most importantly, vigilance to the needs of people with disabilities will be needed to influence positive change over the next 30 years.
I think we have come a long way and we got a long way to go.